Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is April 15th of 2025. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage apocalyptic, earth-changing events by the date of April 19th of 2025. In other words, the CIA is going to stage a watershed moment in time in the next 100 hours that's going to change life on Earth as we know it. This will be an extinction event, a second global biological pandemic, and or the outbreak of World War III. So back on April 9th, I published a report entitled CIA to Stage Apocalyptic Events by April 19th, 2025, the 151st anniversary of Switzerland. And that's what's imperative to note right here, is that this is about Switzerland. This is the first Jewish state of Switzerland, which I have exposed, and they're going to stage apocalyptic, earth-changing events in the next 100 hours by the 151st anniversary of the birth of modern Switzerland, which was back on April 19th of 1874. That is precisely why there was a child blood sacrifice involving the Waco massacre back on April 19th of 1993 in Waco, Texas. A child blood sacrifice in Oklahoma City back on April 19th of 1995 when they blew up a nursery in the Oklahoma City at the Murrow building, the federal building. And that is precisely why one Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, was chosen as the leader of Iran, because he has the birth date of 4/19 in 1935. So as I detailed in my original video, and I should add one caveat. Coincidentally, the date of April 16th, the date of April 17th, and the date of April 18th, and the date of April 19th are the last 4 days of Passover, which is the one of the highest Jewish holidays. And because Switzerland is the first Jewish state prior to the creation of the State of Israel, they plan on staging terror attacks, blood sacrifices, and or wars on this particular numerology. And that is why, if you, historically speaking, if you put up an Excel spreadsheet and you went back in time at all the major events that have shaped the earth in the last 100 years, almost virtually every single one of them is executed on a Jewish holiday. And in the next 4 days, the next 100 hours is going to be no different. So as I originally detailed in my April 9th video, the top 10 most likely events is number 1, an asteroid or comet strike. This is an extinction event. This is designed to basically turn the world upside down, after which they'll predictably claim that this space rock contains some sort of a contagion that is spread across the earth. Number 2 is a Trump dissolution of presidency event. They're going to assassinate Trump under the guise possibly of a Chinese revenge attack. They may assassinate him and claim that his son, Donald Jr., murdered him, but they're going to eliminate Donald J. Trump by the date of April 19th, offered up to the Jewish state of Switzerland. And this may come in any shape or form, but Donald J. Trump will not be president on April 20th of 2025. You can mark it down. Number 3 is a nuclear attack, most likely to be blamed on Iran or Al-Qaeda or China. Number 4 is a biological outbreak as pretext for a second global biological pandemic, and that is precisely why the World Health Organization is located in Geneva, Switzerland, which is home to the CIA, because they plan on using this pandemic to regain control of the world, because I have exposed their secret headquarters located beneath Lake Geneva, and so they're trying to basically stage medical martial law under the guise of a pandemic, which is exactly what they did with COVID-19, and they plan on doing it again by the date of April 19th. Number 6 is a radiological event. This could be a nuclear bomb. This could be a dirty bomb. This could be a suitcase nuclear device attack. This could be the meltdown of a nuclear reactor or nuclear power station. Number 7 is an act of war. This will most likely be executed by the Israeli Mossad or by the Israeli Navy or by the Israeli Air Force. Basically a surprise attack around the world, which will subsequently start World War III. As I mentioned in my original video, World War I started with the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand in Sarajevo. World War II started with the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and the Gulf War, or I should say the Iraq War, started with 9/11. So obviously, some sort of major false flag designed to trigger World War III is predictably going to happen by the date of April 19th. Number 8 is a cyber attack. At this point, given the ongoing trade war with China, they're going to stage a cyber attack. This could be the power grid, this could be the internet, this could be banking, this could be the stock market, this could be nuclear actors, nuclear silos. But a cyber attack is planned. Number 9 is a 9/11 style attack. It's most likely going to be nuclear in nature or some weaponized contagion. I just exposed a plot for a Chinese national-based 9/11 style attack targeting the Washington State Capitol in Olympia, and an American domestic 9/11 style attack targeting the Federal Reserve in Dallas, Texas. And number 10 is a blood sacrifice. Of course, most celebrity deaths and like athletes being murdered, such as Kobe Bryant, are ritualistic blood sacrifices. This goes back to ancient Greece, and they continue even today. So obviously the most likely is Donald J. Trump, Tom Brady, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Conor McGregor, John Jones, Tiger Woods, Taylor Swift, Michael Jordan, King Charles II, Pope Francis, the Dalai Lama, Prince Harry, Kim Kardashian, etc. Okay, so given that it is Passover, and given that it is the 151st anniversary of the first Jewish state of Switzerland, the most likely event, given that is expected in the next 4 days, 100 hours, if you will, aside from the 10 most likely, is that the CIA capitalizes upon the persecution or the alleged persecution of the Jewish people and the state of Israel, because they are committing outright genocide in Gaza, the largest concentration camp in the world. So they're going to capitalize on this. And because it is Passover, then they can claim that some Islamic terror group, or Iran or Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, etc., are targeting Israel or their embassies abroad because they are Jewish and because it's a holiday. So the most likely events that are expected in the next 100 hours is a full-scale Russian attack or invasion of Ukraine, which is headed by a Jewish comedian named Vladimir Zelensky. And so this would be an anti-Semitic attack by the Putin. This could be a Russian CBRN, that's chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear attack targeting Ukraine, Israel, or the European Union, which would be scapegoated onto Russia. A Hamas CBRN attack targeting Israel or the United States, who supports her. Hezbollah CBRN-related attack targeting Israel or the United States, who supports her. An Iranian attack or invasion of Israel. An Iranian nuclear attack targeting the United States or Israel or the United States, which supports Israel, of course. Domestically in the United States, it would be some sort of militia, right-wing, neo-Nazi type attack targeting Jewish or Israeli entities, which would predictably be CBRN in nature. Same thing in Germany, some sort of domestic German attack targeting Jewish or Israeli entities, which should be CBRN in nature. The same goes for France, after banning Michelle Le Pen from running for president. Some sort of attack targeting Jewish or Israeli-related entities, which would predictably be CBRN in nature. That being said, because most people believe, and maybe it's factual, I haven't checked, but most banks at this point are owned by Jewish people, or most people believe that banks are owned by Jewish people, so the CIA may stage an attack on a bank, which is what I previously highlighted with a false flag attack targeting the Federal Reserve in Dallas, Texas. So this may come in the form of a false flag attack targeting banks in Europe, Israel, or abroad. Lastly, given the next 4 days, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th, I just want to highlight the brief numerology surrounding these particular dates. Firstly, April 16th, the number 16 is found in the CIA logo. It has 16 points on it. And so this is basically what I call CIA Day. And so it's highly likely that the CIA would capitalize on this numerology inherent to the CIA. And of course, the number 4 in the month of April, the 4th month, is the Swiss cross. So this is a Swiss cross and the Swiss CIA merging together on the date of April 16th, numerologically speaking. And with all CIA terror attacks, wars, and assassinations and blood sacrifices, they always reflect the numerology of the entities which execute that attack. The 17th, April 17th, the number 17 equates to letter Q as in coup d'etat. And we saw this with the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia, which was executed on the 7th of November. This is 1717, numerologically speaking, which is a double Q, because it was a coup d'etat. We saw this with the formation of the state-sponsored terror group called QAnon, which has the letter Q, because they're using this right-wing terror group to basically stage a coup in America to overthrow the Trump administration, as evidenced by the fact that they were scapegoated for the January 6th attack on the January 6th of 2021. Number 18 is inherent to Switzerland. This, of course, the number 18 equates to the letter R, which is the god of Ra, Egyptian god, but it's more importantly reflects the national holiday of Switzerland, which is on August 1st, 8/1 or 1/8. So attacks or terror events or wars or blood sacrifices are expected on this day as well. And of course, the last but not least is April 19th, which is the 151st anniversary of the creation of modern Switzerland, when they passed their federal constitution back on April 19th of 1874. As previously mentioned, they staged the Waco massacre, the Oklahoma City bombing, two of the darkest days in American history on this particular day, which is coincidentally shared by the birthday of Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran. So, given that there is an ongoing trade war with China, it's highly likely that the CIA, as I depicted in another video outlining the 10 most likely revenge attacks by China that the CIA is going to stage, at this point, it's likely a nuclear attack, a biological attack as pretext for a second global biological pandemic, or some sort of false flag Pearl Harbor event. So this could be with Chinese drones, this could be Chinese missile strikes, this could be a full-scale Chinese invasion, possibly targeting one of the islands in the Pacific Ocean. So anyways, obviously, this is a red alert, and the next 4 days are hyper critical. Obviously, the CIA is absolutely desperate to stage World War III and knock out a sitting U.S. president in one Donald J. Trump, and that will likely happen in the next 100 hours. So in the next 100 hours, we can expect the United States to be president to be neutralized, a biological pandemic to start, World War III to break out, or some sort of extinction event to transpire in the next 100 hours, the next 4 days, by the 151st anniversary of Switzerland, which is home to the CIA. So obviously, if that happens, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.